WCTC. Call Jersey Central at 732-545-9282. Toll free at 888-545-9282. Watch Jersey Central live online at WCTCAM.com or listen on your smartphone with the iHeartRadio or TuneIn apps. Connect with WCTC on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube by searching 1450 WCTC. And now back to Jersey's Morning Show. Jersey Central with Bert Barron.
8:37, we are back on Jersey Central on the new Talk Radio 1450 WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey. It's 8:38. We're back inside the Forge Jewelers Studios. Coming up in just a bit, we'll talk about what's next for Atlantic City now that this vote has happened and the state takeover. What's next? Is Chris Christie going to walk in and pick the dice off the table there, off the crap table, and say, that's it, go home, no more gambling? Probably not to that extreme, but we'll talk about that coming up. And I know that I would love to see nothing more from Atlantic City to become more, again, of the great destination city that it was. Speaking of destinations, if you're like a lot of people and you're maybe already looking for ways to kind of get away this holiday season, maybe for a holiday in the sun or maybe getting to one of the big cities in the U.S., a few things you need to know in order to secure the best deal. And my next guest, who is on the Jersey Central Newsmaker hotline, is travel expert Sarah Gavin. And she says when we're looking for deals, especially on accommodations, it really does pay to shop around. So let's talk to Sarah, who is with us here today. Sarah, it's Bert Barron. Good morning. Welcome to WCTC. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks so much for having me. And a big shout out to all of our veterans today.
Yes, absolutely. Yep, no doubt about that. I never thought, Sarah, of Thanksgiving as being a vacation getaway. I thought most of the travel that happened on Thanksgiving was a specific destination to enjoy the holiday with family. But it's also a good travel and vacation sort of time?
Yeah, I have to tell you, my husband always talks about the difference between visiting family and going somewhere sunny is the difference between a trip and a vacation. So you'd be surprised how many people look at the Thanksgiving weekend as an opportunity to get a vacation. And what we see is Thanksgiving really is a time that people look at urban destinations in the U.S. to get away. It's not quite a long enough break to go overseas, but we see, big cities like L.A., Chicago, New Orleans doing very, very well. We even see New York doing really well. If you want to get away and just get into the city and have a couple of special nights for, almost a staycation, because there aren't business travelers filling up those hotels, there are amazing deals on hotels during the Thanksgiving weekend.
Might even be even better now if Donald Trump is going to live in what they're calling White House North right there in the middle of Manhattan. Maybe there's some real good deals now in New York City, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Great stuff. Is it still really one of the busiest travel days of the entire year, Sarah, that Thanksgiving weekend when people travel and then come back at the end of the weekend? The travel is still pretty heavy and pretty crazy, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Wednesday and Saturday are both really, really busy days. Sunday as well. And then what we see is if you can get away on like Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday earlier in that week and really take the full week off, you'll do a little bit better. The lines will be a little bit less.
Okay. Do people give travel as gift ideas, Sarah? Do you give someone a trip, a getaway for a couple days? I never thought of that as being a gift idea, but if you think about it, it makes sense.
Yeah, you do indeed. Hotels.com has an amazing gift card set up where you could just give, just like you give a gift card to a Banana Republic or, to a Home Depot, you can give a gift card for travel from Hotels.com, and people can use it on, more than 300,000 different hotels.
What's the smart thing to do? Book early or book at the last minute, Sarah? What gives the consumer the best advantage there?
The smartest thing to do is not book in the middle. So either book really early, book 57 plus days out, or book pretty close in that sort of 7 to 13 day window. If you're sort of in that 21 to 30 day window, hotels are still playing their odds and not putting things on a discount because they're trying to fill those rooms. But when you get closer in, you'll see that you can find some discounts again.
How are the things moving at the airlines, and how are the airline fares nowadays? Pretty good? Are they a little more realistic nowadays?
Yeah, we find that it's pretty competitive. One of the most interesting things that's happening at airlines right now is that the gap between economy fares and premium fares, your business class and your first class, is really shrinking. So, it used to be that if you wanted to fly first class, you had to pay an extra $1,000. And now, on a lot of airlines, it's an extra $300 or $400. And so, that's really what we see is that premium is becoming much more affordable.
What are some really good ideas? I know December is coming up, and with cold weather, obviously, we've been kind of Lucky here in the Northeast so far, it's going to be 60 or so today. But when you get to December and that cold weather really kicks in, where can you go in the U.S. where the weather's still pretty good in December? I mean, I think about places like Florida and Arizona, maybe California to some extent. Those are good destinations in December?
Yeah, those are great destinations in December. And I'll tell you, the other great place to go in December is Mexico. It's about 25% less expensive to fly to Mexico this December than it was last December. So really, really great deals to be had to go to Mexico.
What is it, to go to like one of those all-inclusive kind of places in Mexico, things like that?
Yeah, absolutely. That's
Yeah.
actually where we're going for Thanksgiving as a family.
Come on, really?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
going to Cabos.
What are you having? What do you have on Thanksgiving dinner in Mexico?
I think we're going to have lots of churros.
Oh, is that right? Right. Sounds like a good trip. That's great. Where can we go for some more information, Sarah, about what we talked today on the show?
Go to Expedia.com or download the Expedia mobile app for more information.
All right. Good talking to you, and safe travel. And thanks for the information, okay?
Thanks so much. Happy holidays.
Same to you. Thank you. All right, Sarah Gavin, a travel expert. My